Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Theresa and I'm the CarbootCrafter, and I'm coming on with another Halloween project. Well, I say Halloween project, I've already started it, got halfway through, and I thought I'd switch the camera on as I'm starting to finish the project, or getting near to the end of the project. So I bought this Day of the Dead skull in Hobbycraft. I think I paid about £3 for it. I picked up quite a few, so I can't remember, and I haven't got the receipt. But I think it was only about £3. And I love Day of the Dead. I've got some, in fact, I did a swap a while ago. If I can remember, or if I can find the link to the video I did about the swap, I'll link it in the description box below. But I did this swap, and I can't remember who it is without going and checking the video, and there's no name on it. I forgot to write a name on it, but there's some great Day of the Dead stuff in there. And this in particular I thought was really good, and this has been my inspiration for doing this. So I'll pop that back to the side. So what I did first of all, I got some A4 paper and I popped it on and I drew all the way around, ignoring the bits that, because like there's bits where the holes don't come through, so I kind of ignored those and added a little bit on there, because my first idea was to either paint or paper piece some papers on there. But then I thought, after I started trying to do that, and it was really challenging to cut things to the right size and to get it right. So then I thought, well, what about putting the papers on the back of the piece instead of trying to, you know, sort of paper pierce onto here. So that's where I'm at so far. So I've got pinks and greens and purples and yellows, all sorts of bits of scraps really that I've been using for the paper piercing. And I'm just doing the sort of the teeth now. So what I did was I got a piece of black card, put it behind, and then just pencil drew where the teeth were, so I can then do, I don't want to colour it all in white, but I do want to have like a white down the middle to sort of highlight it a little bit. So that's all I've been doing. This is my third layer, because I want the white to be very, very white, and obviously with it being on black card, it's the black seeps through, so it's not always as white as I wanted it to be. So yes, I'm just doing that. This is white acrylic paint. I think it was a pack that I bought from Poundland, so only £1, and I think there's about 6 different little acrylic paints that size in it, and the white actually is quite good. I was pleasantly surprised by how well the paints are in the Poundland pack. So yes, I'm just trying to kind of give that a nice white fresh look. Some of them have worked really well. That one especially I won't go over because it's got a really nice kind of blob of white on it already, so it doesn't need any more. And like I said, I'm not colouring the whole of the if you look at the 2 big ones, you can probably see my pencil line. So I'm just doing a white dash in the middle to kind of say that yes, these are teeth, but they're missing that kind of vibe I'm looking for. So I think that's enough. And I'll glue those on the back in a minute once they've had a chance to dry a little bit. But while they're drying, pop that to one side because I don't need it anymore. I'll wash that out later. While they're drying, I'm going to carry on with some of the papers behind. So I've just got the green up here, and there's some dots around there, and I was thinking, so we've got the black for the nose, some gold to kind of contrast against it. So I have noticed with some of my holes, they're not that they're not very big. So I'm just going to use my paper piercer to kind of open them. It's not that they're not that big, it's the paint. So when I painted it, because this is all acrylic paints, some of the paint has kind of closed them holes up a little bit, so I'm just opening them up. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Maybe that one as well. And now I'm just going to put that gold behind so that you just get a hint of gold coming through. So let me grab me glue and get some on here. Come on, you know you want to work. Even with these in, sometimes it gets really gloopy. It doesn't want to work. There we go. So yeah, so I thought just doing it, and I'm just going to put some on the back of that as well, because that should hold the gold card in place quite well. Some of it I've had to trim really carefully, like the nose you can see there, because I wanted to get those. I always knew I wanted the holes to be a different colour. Didn't want them to be black as well. So let's get my gold. I'm just going to put some on the gold card itself just to kind of hold it in place. Gold card doesn't always hold very well, does it, with glue? So plenty on there. A couple of nice big blobs on there as well, just to see if it'll hold. I'm just going to pop that over. And where's my bone folder? There it is. Just kind of rub that down, because what I plan to do is glue this piece onto the back, so all of this will be hidden, so it should be nice and tidy. So give that a few minutes, and then now I want to just as you can see, I used lots of little bits and cut-offs of colour. Some of them I've had to overlap. So now I just want to put some colour there, some green. So I'm kind of having to do, it kind of worked out best to kind of make it one piece at a time, because they're not, so this side isn't always a mirror image of this side. So yeah, which wasn't always necessarily easy, but you know. Let's see, now if I put that there, that'll cover all of that lot. Now I need to cut some of that off. I'm just going to crease that. This is kind of like trying to use as any means that come to mind. So I've got a little bit of a crease there, so I'm just going to cut in front of that and see if that works. I'm not bothered about it being too tidy on the back, as long as it sort of comes through on the other side. Turn it over. Yep, so all that green is showing really well. So I'm just going to glue that down as best as I can. And pop some glue on the card itself. I don't want it to show through, so I'm just sticking to the edges on putting glue on the card, but I do want it to kind of hold, so I'm going to pop some glue between the leaves and the stalks on the swirl. So, and I definitely wanted it to have like a, because these are flowers under here, definitely wanted it to look like it was you know, a plant or something. So just go all the way around, so just hold. I only need it to sort of hold it in place. Don't need it to do an awful lot, because like I say, everything else will be taken up by or covered up by that. I'm going to put some glue onto the card that's already in place, because I think that might help as well. That's coming all the way up to here, so I'm definitely putting some on this yellow piece, and these pink pieces are, let's say, these are flowers. So let's see if we can pop that on there like that. Now before I leave it to dry too much, I just want to double check that I've covered everything, so all of that is green. Okay, and I'm going to get my bone folder as well. I like to push the glue into the card. going to snip that away, because that, don't need that, that's too much. So pop some more glue there. Just wanted to take a little bit of bulk out of that bit there, because I need to do this side. If I can help it, I'd rather it didn't sort of overlap. Right, there we go. It's all the way around. I'm going to do the same on this side. I've got another piece of card. That's far too small, that's not going to work. Right, if I take it to there, I'm going to do exactly the same this side, kind of just follow the edge of the skull so I can see, try and get a bit of a crease in there so I can follow that and cut off a big chunk of this green cardstock. So got to be careful, because I've only got a little bit, about a centimetre of play there, so I'm going just about 1/8 of an inch away from on the inside of that crease, so I can probably discard that now. Let's check. Right, perfect. Oh, not quite so perfect, might have to move that down a little bit. That's lower on this side, so I'm just going to have to be aware. If I do that, actually if I do that, that's fine, it covers everything, doesn't it? Right, now let me have a look. I can cut some bulk off here. So it's just a bit of a hatchet job, I'm afraid. I'm just chopping where I can. It is only card after all. Just holding it in place, chopping away, so that I've got a little less card than I did. I can't get rid of anything, can I? Maybe a tiny little bit of a slither down there I can get rid of. I need to make sure that that's covered, and that's covered. Yes, perfect. Right, so again I'm just going to go around the outside on my green like that. There we go. And then I nearly started to do the whole lot. Then coming onto my base here, I'm just going to go round. We've got another flower there, so let's do this all round here. Another flower here. Get that piece as well. There we go. A couple of big blobs where we've got some things going on. Do some there as well. I think that's covered most of it. I'm going to put a little bit more glue on that edge there, I think, on that corner, and then just position it back over to make sure all of those are covered. I'm covering some of the flowers as well, but that's fine because it's the other side that we're interested in. Just push that glue into the card or the MDF so it'll hold. Just turn it over, make sure I've got everything. So almost finished. So this is I think this is going to look stunning when it's up. I really do. Right, so the last piece, hopefully this has dried a little bit. Last piece is this. So I'm just going to do the two ends, I think, with glue. Hopefully I've left enough there. And then across the top. And then I'll do between the teeth on the skull itself. Let's get some glue down. There we go. Just working my way between those teeth and putting a few blobs of glue. Just needs it to hold it against the card, against the MDF, and hold it in place. Especially as the next piece I'm going to have to do from the other side. I'm just going to put a bead of glue around the top and bottom of that those teeth, our skull's teeth. Right, now I'll flip it over because I've got to line up the right size teeth with the right size hole. So I've got my marks as a guide, so let's pop them there. Right, that looks quite near as damn it to me, so I'm just going to push that down and get that glued in place. So let's push down my gold card while I'm here as well. Right, okay, so let's move all of this out the way. Oops, there we go. And then I'm going to use the glue, and if I can find a spreader. Can I find a spreader? No, so I'm going to use the back of my bone folder. I'm going to put some glue. I don't need to worry too much about the marks I've made on here because I'm not using them, and so I'm just going to put glue all the way around the outside and across the middle, and I'm going to use the back of my bone folder just to spread that out a bit. Just needs to hold it, not everywhere, but enough to hold it in place. So yeah, as I said, I was going to maybe even paint it or paper piercing. Maybe I'll get another one and do that. Maybe even go another one and glitter all of these. Maybe that would be good. That might be fun to try. So getting this kind of all over, and then what I want to do is, let me go to the edge of this one. I just had to add, this is A4 paper, I've just had to add a little piece there because it didn't quite fit. Right, I'll pop that there out the way, and then I'll clean it up afterwards, and then I'm just going to flip that over. I'll turn it round my way, flip it over and try and line it up as best I can. It's wet glue, so even if it isn't completely in the right place, I can maneuver it, but that looks okay to me. Right, just that bit of sellotape there holding that. Where's my other bone folder? So I'm just going to push that up there. That's better. That kind of fits a bit better. I'm just going to put a snip out of here for the twine that holds it up. Just a little snip like that, so that it can all sit flush. And yeah, right, okay. Now I might have to bring my yeah, I'm gonna have to bring my scissors in, just snip a little bit there. If I do it while it's wet, I can pull it away. Snip it like that. There we go, that's better. That was just that little piece there that was sticking out. All the way around the outside, because I want it to stick as well as possible. Flip it over like that, so there we go. Now I can either stop there, or the other thing I was thinking of trying is, I have this little bag of larger flowers, so let me just take that out, pop that back to one side, and maybe putting some of these on here was my other thought. So let's have a look, see if I can get them out. Right. So what she'd done is put little bags onto some card and then pop them in the folder, which is much easier than trying to put them into the little Polly Pockets that come with the folder. So take that off. Don't need that now. So let's pull these out. These are just little paper roses and flowers. I was thinking if I could snip these and put them around the top, a bit like, so the skull, that skull looks quite flat, so it's all flowers around the top. So I thought maybe putting some around the edges like that. So let's see if I can untwist these a little bit. Oh, thank you. Cup of coffee, thank you very much. So let's get my old scissors. I don't want to blunt those ones, and I can just snip those off like that, can't I? Another one, and that one. I'm not going to use all of them, but I thought if I just snip them all off, then I can choose which ones I want to use. I'm not sure about the white ones, how well they're going to show up against the white on the skull. Get rid of that. The lilac ones I definitely want, and obviously I've used a lot of pink, so I thought the pink ones would be good. The brown ones I kind of like thought, well, they're a bit different, aren't they? So get rid of that. And then the white ones, let's try those as well. I'll snip them, but I don't know whether I will use them or not, but we'll see. We will see. They're kind of an off-white really, aren't they? So let's get rid of that wire. I need a little desk bin, I think. So let's move them all off and see what we think, because I might do it and then think, actually no, it spoils it, or it's not working. So let me just put some of these round the edges. Got my hot glue gun to hand. So let's see how we feel. Maybe just going around the outside. What do you think? Swap that one in for that one. What do you think? Maybe swapping the pink ones for the white ones was the better idea. I think I quite like that. Actually, I don't know whether I want to put any more on. Let me think. Oh no, I can't swap them, can I? Well, what if I swap those? So it's a repeating pattern, or maybe just put, or maybe they put the white ones on there. Kind of like a flower there. What about those there? And then maybe use the white ones on the top. What do you think? Or maybe I should have got some smaller ones to go with. I'm not sure now. I really don't know. Oh goodness, that one's a bit spoiled. Let's swap that one for that one. So yeah, I don't want any down there, but I do like them up here. But I think those are in the wrong place. The white ones. Is it too crowded? Is that too crowded? Let's put the pink one there. The pink one there. Is that better? Or maybe that should go down there. Oh, is that better? Do you know, I think I prefer that. Or maybe, oh gosh, what do I think? I don't know what I think. Maybe a little cluster like that would be better. Decisions. Anyway, I'm thinking I might get some smaller ones. Maybe use one of these big ones. Maybe these are too big. That means I'm going to have a sort. Hold on. Let me see. How do I pause this? Can I pause? Wish I knew how to pause on this thing. Gonna have to work it out one day. Right, let me see. Is that paused? Does that pause? No, that's not paused. Oh dear. Does that pause? No, that doesn't pause. Okay, guys, what I'll do is I'll finish the video here, and what I'll do is I'll do a project share so that you can see how I've attached the flowers on. I quite like a cluster like that, but it looks a bit bare up there, so I'm going to have a think and maybe get some smaller flowers, which I'm going to have to dig out. They are not to hand. Oh, or are they? Hold on one sec. Is that my flowers? I have flipping loads of them, don't I? So let me have a look. Oh, aha! Flowers, yes, flowers, brilliant. Right, now then, let me see. So I've got some red. Got some more white, got some yellow. Oh, those are stuck on there. Got some of those yellow. That's yellow. Another yellow there. Yeah, some purple. What else have we got? There's tons, but I don't want to spend all day looking through this trying to find some. Oh, there's better pink. Right, those will do. If I can't do it from that, then I'll have to come back and do another video. Right, now these are slightly smaller, and I do like that blue, I have to say. Always love that blue. Think I'm going to balance it, so I don't really want more than 2 of those. Now I'm not feeling it with those ones, so those can go back. Maybe some of these pink ones. Let's have a couple of these pink on here. I do like the red. The red really gorgeous, aren't they? Look at those. Maybe I'll try a couple of red as well, just to kind of, and actually red really does kind of go with Day of the Dead, doesn't it? So maybe I would be wrong by not having any red on there. So let's see, let's have a little play. And while I'm having a play, I'm going to plug this in. My desk is so crowded now, I'm just falling over stuff. Every time I do a video, I just move everything out of shot. So when I look around, there's just clutter everywhere. Let's move my coffee right back. Let's move some of those flowers out as well. Out the way. There we go. Don't want that one. Probably don't want those either. So let's see how we can, what we're going to do. Now let's take everything off and try again. So let me think. So I really like that colour. Really nice. It's a brown, but it's like a pinky brown. So let's make a little cluster like that. So there's 3 there. Oh, I wanted some yellows as well, didn't I? So there's a yellow. Let's pop the yellow around there somewhere like that. Do I want the purple up here as well? That kind of unbalances a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe I'll put it down there. So where's the other one? There it is. Pop that there. They're looking a bit squashed actually. That one's a better one. Let's pop that there and pop those with it. There's the other red. Maybe the pink. Pink there, pink there. Where's the other? Got it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yellow. Yellow. But I can't have a cluster of 4, can I? Because it just does not please the eye. So if I put that lilac there, does that look better? Do I need another small one? Maybe another red one actually. Like I say, I haven't got any red on there apart from these, so maybe another red one to pull the eye in. Right, there we go. So maybe a red that side on there and that side on there. What do we think? Is that better? Maybe I'll bring that round here actually. That's better. I like that. I prefer that. Yeah. Right. Let's pop that out the way. And I'll move those two lilac ones out the way for now. Move these down a little bit. So I'm going to pop that. Maybe I'll pop it slightly higher than I had planned. I'm going to push that down a little bit. There we go. Pop that slightly higher and then bring these in. So need to pop the wire out the way. Pop that in there. Maybe could I nestle the two reds together? Maybe one there. Yeah, if I go that side, it kind of looks too contrived, doesn't it? So maybe put that one there and put the pink one in the middle. There we go. I hope I can get this all in one video. Really sorry if it kind of goes on to another one. Actually, I'm going to leave that. Let's move this out the way. Now not sure about the yellow, whether this is the right place for it. So there's that brown. Let's pop. I don't want it to be too uniform. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a mirror image of that, but it sort of is, isn't it? Let's get that wire. I don't want that wire kind of interfering with things. So a little blob on the red, pink. In you go. Lie you down a bit flatter. Will that work? Let's hold that for a minute. Yeah, there we go. That's grabbed a little bit on there. Oh, I'm going to have to cut all my wires, or not my wires, my streams of that stuff. So right, let's pop these. I think this is going to look better with a bit of distance between them. What do you think? And then maybe pop the tiny little yellow next to it. If I do, actually, yeah, I'm going to pop it next to it, but I'm going to have to get another one for that side. What I'll do, actually, because I don't want too much. There we go. I'll have to scrape that off. Hold on. Get me glue in there. There we go. So I need another colour for this side. I'm thinking, although I like the red, I'm thinking pink. And then I'm going to call it a day. Oh, I've lost one. Right, glue on there. Pop that in that side. I'm going to have to cut another one because I don't know where that's gone.